Welcome back to week 5 of our blues guitar course. This week we're not just playing the notes, we're feeling them through dynamic, touch, and tone. These techniques are essential to truly make your guitar sing. Let's begin with dynamics. Dynamics are all about how loud or soft you play the note to express emotion. I'll teach you how to learn these techniques so you can add them to your guitar vocabulary. Next, we're going to focus on touch. Touch is all about the technique you use on your right hand to get the tone you want out of the string. Whether you're squeezing your pick really tight to dig into the strings, or using your finger to get a soft, warm tone. We'll practice different exercises so that you can enhance how you articulate the notes you want. We'll apply these techniques to the 12-bar blues, and you'll see how dynamics, touch, and tone can transform your playing. When it comes to blues, it's not about the notes, it's really how you use them. You can play through the exact same section in multiple different ways. For this demonstration, I'm going to put my pointer finger on the 5th fret of the G string and have my ring finger on the 7th fret of the same string. Hold your pick as soft as possible when you pick the string. Now squeeze a little tighter. Now squeeze tighter. Now squeeze it like your life depended on it. Depending on where you pick inside of the string also impacts the tone. If I pick back here towards the bridge, or in the center up here by the neck, I get very different tone. If I want warm and soft tones, I pick closer to the neck. For a more aggressive sound, pick closer to the bridge. For even softer tones, you can use your fingers. Alternating between your pick and finger picking is called hybrid picking. Typically it's used for using multiple strings, but you can use it on the same string for a sequence that you want more dynamics in. Save your most intense picking for the lines you want to stand out, starting from softest to most aggressive. Let's talk about tone. On electric guitar, your guitar's pickup switch, your volume knobs, and tone are powerful tools. Switching pickups can change your tone dramatically. Let's explore how to use these to your advantage. Pickup position has a bunch to do with the tone. Your pickup placement is a good way to figure out where you're going to get that kind of tone. Typically, if your pickup is in the bottom position or bridge pickup position, you're going to get the more harsh, twangy sound. Guitars have different pickup switch setups, but what they all have in common is the placement. This pickup placement gets you the highest frequencies of that string. Your neck pickup gets you the lower or warm frequencies from that string when you play it. With my pickup switch on the bottom selection, or the bridge pickup, it's still going to pick up the vibrations from right above here, which are going to be the highest frequencies or the sharpest tone. So even if I pick up here, move back, it only changes a little bit. To get the warmest tones, I would need to change my pickup selector to either the middle position, with doing a combination of both pickups at the same time, and then your neck pickup position up top. That's going to give you the warmest tones you can achieve on a guitar. Using your pickup switch for dynamics is a great tool. You can start from a warm tone, build it up, go all the way to your bridge pickup, and even though you're not adding any volume, switching to your bridge pickup will select the frequencies that's going to help you stand out in a mix. For this week's practice, you're going to run through a lead line that has a lot of these techniques baked into it. I'm going to walk you through each note so you understand the technique behind it, as well as how to play it. This lead line is going to be based off the A major blues position, but it's also going to mix in some of the A minor blues as well. We're going to use the center pickup. That's going to give us a lot more control over the dynamic expression we want to use. As we pick softer, we'll get some of those deeper tones from our neck pickup, and when we attack the strings, the bridge pickup's going to pick up some of those higher frequencies as well. This will give us much more control over our dynamics and tone, and it's all based off our touch. going to start out with our middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and when we pick the G, we're going to palm mute to make sure that the dynamic is low when we start. Putting your palm on the bridge so that when your first pick is a medium stroke pick, you get the attack that you want, but it's also muted. We're sliding from the 4th fret to the 6th fret, using our pointer finger to play the 5th fret of the B string, ring finger on 7, ring finger on the 7th fret of the E string to slide that up to 9. Accent this slide up from 7 to 9, palm mute 7 and 7 on the B and E string, accent that really strong to slide back up to 7. Altogether it sounds like this. For the next section, we switch to the minor blues scale. With our ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, we do a half bend on the G string on the 7th fret. We bar the 5th fret of the B and the E. Pinky. With our ring finger, we slide from the blue note on the 8th fret of the G string. And then we hybrid pick with these two fingers. We pick the G and the B string. So far we have this. Next is this iconic Stevie Ray Vaughan inspired lick. With your pointer finger on the G string on the 5th fret and the B string, you're going to play both, and then hammer on your middle finger to the 6th fret. And then with your ring finger, you're going to bar the G on the 7th fret and the B. Back to that first move. Altogether it sounds like this. So far you have Next, we repeat that first line just in a different position on the guitar. By switching from this position, we're demonstrating how playing the exact same notes on a different string up higher can change the tone. Even though these are the same notes, they sound completely different. By playing the same notes in a different position, you're hearing how the tone changes significantly. For this next section, we start on the A string. We slide from the 14th fret to the 16th fret. On the A string, we slide from the 14th to the 16th. Then on the D, we play the 14th. And then our ring finger down on 16 on the same D string. For this section, rather than sliding up to this note, we're going to do a whole note bend. Then we play a similar lick to what we did up here in the 5th fret position. You're going to bend the G string on the 16th fret, E string on the 14th fret, 19 to 14 on the B string, harmony bend, go back to 16 on the D, repeat our little motif lick. All together it sounds like this. For this next position, it's really important to pick as soft as possible. With your middle finger on the 10th fret of the B string and your pointer finger on the 9th fret of the G string, you're going to pick the G, the B, and let the E ring out. After you pick, you're going to hammer your ring finger onto the 11th fret of the G string. Then, with your pointer finger, you're going to bar the G and the D string on the 9th fret, and then hammer on with your ring finger onto the 11th fret of the D. Doing your best to let this high E string ring out. Again, hold your pick as loose as possible. For the final section, you go back to that blues minor scale on the 5th position. For this section, remember to use your hybrid picking to get the dynamic as low as you possibly can. Effects pedals play a significant role in a guitar player's tone. I heard a rumor that Stevie Ray Vaughan had a bunch of these on his pedal board, so I got a bunch of them too. If you're curious what my settings were, you can copy these. Next, I'm going to show you what it sounds like if you stack overdrives, how much that tone changes the feel of the entire song. Your assignment is to experiment with these techniques in different blues contexts. Remember, blues is all about feeling and expression. Don't be afraid to explore or experiment with things that resonate with you. Keep practicing, and don't be afraid to let your emotions guide your playing. Feel every note in practice this week, and we'll see you in the next lesson.